You know him, you love him. It's Cesar. It is Cesar from Body Shop 6661. We have. How are you, by the way?
Yeah, how are you?
You're so far away. Belly up. Belly up to the bar.
All right.
Yeah. What do you want to drink? What can I get you? As always, you come in and these interviews. Listen, they're 5-6 minutes long. We talk a little bit. And what happens is inevitably we get some emails with questions and you're long gone. You're doing your work.
I had 3 people in the last month. They're like, I love the things and the tips you give, so. Yeah, it's just kind of, just trying to help out. And it's a small community.
So unless you're going to actually be here and on payroll, we have to wait until the next time you're in. So a couple of questions. You ready?
Yes, I'm down.
Press the buzzer when you know the answer. There you go. So the first email, the basic question on this email is the bumpers on my car are a different shade than the rest of my car. Why is that? How do I fix that? What's going on?
Well,
I added the what's going on.
Yeah, the problem is they're different textures. So even if you can just paint the bumper and like the quarter panel of the fender at the same time, but since one's plastic and the other one's metal, the way the pearl fits into like the little creases makes a different reflection. So that's the thing that sometimes you can buy a car, it's brand new, you know what I mean? But the bumpers are a little bit different than the car is because of the different textures of the two material, especially when you get into the pearls and stuff like that because they're just little balls. And if they just sit at a different angle, they're giving you a different angle of the ball. So you get a different, different vision of it. Like I said, the color could be the same color, but it's just the different textures. It happens in fiberglass too.
Gotcha.
When you do like fiberglass hoods and stuff like that, sometimes it's a little bit different because it's more porous. So when it goes into the pores, it changes the angle of the reflection you're getting.
So it's really nothing you can do. It is what it is.
It is what it is, yeah. Sometimes, they mix it wrong, It's completely different. But even insurance companies, they won't pay to blend quarter panels or fenders when you're doing bumpers because of that. Because usually if you scratch a door and it's less than 1 foot than the other door, then you have to blend and work the color in for it to be perfect. But on bumpers, they don't pay that because they're usually different because of the texture.
Gotcha. So lots of rain lately. Lots of rain. And this question is, the rain, it seems as though the rain has made my paint finish dull. Is that, first of all, is that true? Is that something that happens? The rain makes your...
It's probably dirty, because of all the stuff and stuff, but it is important to wax it because if you have the paint and it's just bare paint and it's all dried up and you have all those swirl lines, then when the paint gets into those cracks, then it makes it look even more distinguished, So it's important to keep it maintained and keep it, with something lubricating on top of it, like a wax.
Like a wax. So that's what helps bring back the shine of the car.
So people can do a clay bar, and what all that does is it takes off all the top layers of the stuff that's stuck onto your paint. And it's pretty easy to use, but you have to be careful. Make sure you don't drop the clay bar or something.
Wait, what is a clay bar? You're talking... Okay, see, now you're bringing up words. You're bringing up words. I don't know.
It's a piece of clay, pretty much. And what you do is you can spray the special solution, or you get some soap and water, and you spray it on the car, and then you get the clay and you rub it back and forth. You're supposed to always rub it in one direction, and that penetrates and gets all the things out of the pore that I was telling you.
Okay.
And after that, you got to wax it because it's going to be bare.
Right.
But it takes all the little imperfections that it can suck out of there and stuff that's stuck into the
What
paint.
you're describing to me as a lay person, because I don't work at Body Shop 661, is a magic eraser kind of like.
It helps out a lot, yeah.
Right?
So,
am I kind of like?
Yeah.
Okay.
You can't do it. Once you do it and it's taken care of, you wax it, and you shouldn't have to do it all the time because you can't tell. But that clay, what it does, it gets rid of like 0.1 or 0.2 of the layers of clear because everything that sticks to it. So if you're doing it, once a month, you know what I mean? You're going to wear it through the paint, Once it's good, as long as you wax it and it's protected, then you're good.
Then you're good to go.
Sometimes it's been sitting for too long, so you need some extra help. So that's why they clay bar. And they have this new thing. I haven't tried it yet. It's a clay towel. And that's a little bit easier because if you do drop it, you can hose it off. You got to make sure there's no dirt in there because obviously if you have dirt on the towel or the clay and you rub it back and forth, you're going to scratch it all with the dirt, you know? So that's very important.
Yeah, see, I'm not doing any of that. I'm just going to bring it to you. Final question for today. Final question for today. So far, you're good. So far, 2 out of 3. You have an A+.
22 years, okay?
It says, one of my headlights got water in it and doesn't work from the rain. Is it possible to fix it, or do I have to replace it?
Right now we're having that issue a lot, you know, because of so much rain, you know, where it leaks in. Sometimes we're able to get it with a heat gun and just like open up the back and heat it up and get the water out of there. Mm-hmm. And then afterwards you need to like kind of silicone seal the edges, because that's usually when it comes up, especially after the car is like 5 or 6 years old, you know. If not, a lot of times you have to just replace the light. You have to get, most insurance companies are paying, even AAA, everybody's paying for aftermarket lights. But you have to get a good quality one, because if you just got the cheap one that's not CAPA certified or something, then they have the more leakage and more problems that you see. Mm-hmm. And you can't drive without headlights. And remember, the bulb, as soon as the bulb gets wet, then it stops working, you know, because it kind of like shorts it out. Why don't
you just have like a big pool of rice?
Yeah, right?
And put the entire car
because the rice will get inside the light. Then how do you get the rice out?
That's what we do with the phones to get the water. All right. Cesar, from, today's, by the way, I thought of you coming in today on the 15th of March. Today's the Ides of March.
What is that?
When Brutus stabbed Caesar in the back.
Oh, no
Don't
way.
you remember the Ides of March?
There's something new today. I didn't know that.
Caesar.
Like, it's your name. You should know this.
You should know this. It's the Ides of March. Beware of the Ides of March. Keep an eye.
I'm going to Google it. That's a pretty awesome thing. I'm going to post it on Facebook.
Caesar from Body Shop 661. What's the phone number there, or do you want us to go to the website?
661-251-2252. Now you can always email me photos and a VIN. I can help you virtually. It's Cesar, Cesar, like Cesar, at Body Shop, BODYSHOP, 661, like the area code, .com.
Very good. All right, Cesar, have a great day. Beware of the Ides of March, man.
Right? Ides of March.
Yes.
KHTS.